Hello, I'm in my favourite place, my vegetable garden. As you can see, my veggies are doing great. I've got cauliflower and broccoli. They're pretty awesome. And I usually come out here to be able to um, bring a little bit of ease and a bit of mindfulness practice as I'm actually in my garden. So I love coming out here, and it's one of my favourite spots. So I thought I'd bring you out here and just share a little bit of the area that I love. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how we can bring some joy and flow in our life. And it's a perfect place here because this is where I generally get it. So when I'm stressed about any projects that I'm doing at work, or if there's something in my personal life that I'm having difficulty with, I usually just head out straight to the veggie garden, and I try to make sure that I'm doing as much as I can to be able to focus on something where I can get some flow. And the vegetable garden's the perfect place for me. Now, there's a few tips that I wanted to share with you to increase your flow and ease in your life. And I know that a lot of people want to be able to achieve work-life balance, but I'm here to tell you that I actually don't think that you can get balance in work and life. When we're looking at balancing work and life, there's a lot of things at play. There's no way that you can equally spend your time at work and also at home, and be able to dedicate time equally across the two. There will be fluctuations. Life is a roller coaster. Sometimes you might have projects that are really demanding at certain times, and you might be spending more time at work actually on those particular projects, whereas other times you might be solely dedicated to things at home. So I want to just let you know that work-life balance doesn't exist, and sometimes we can be gloriously full with things that are happening, and other times it can be empty. So be aware of that, and don't put the pressure on yourself that you have to make sure that you have to have balance. Harmony can be potentially not actually having that balance. The second thing that you can do to create some ease and flow in your life is just to simplify it. We often overcomplicate what we're doing, and we want to make sure that we simplify our lives as much as we can and give up what we can't control. There's a lot of things that happen at work which we don't have control about, but then we tend to worry about it, and we ruminate and we think about it. But we need to let it go and just go with the flow. Change is happening all around us at work, and we need to ensure that we just focus on what we can do positively. And think about ways that we can healthily move forward with that particular change that might be happening at work. So you might want to move your body, or think about how you're improving your diet. So focus on those things that you can control. The next area that you might be able to look at when you are struggling and you might be stressed and you might be thinking that everything's just too overwhelming is to be mindful. So of course you can practice mindfulness and meditation, but simply just like going into the garden and doing some gardening and having that flow, it certainly helps me. I also practice a bit of mindfulness when I'm waiting for people on team meetings, or I'm standing in the shopping line at the supermarket, is just focusing on the present moment. Now, one other area that I'd like to share with you is to be able to live with intention. Sometimes we just go with the flow too much, and we don't actually take into consideration some of the things that we may not be serving us at all. So by living with the intention, it's making a real decision that actually serves us. So if you're hanging around people at work, having lunch with people at work that are bringing you down, then maybe you need to think about finding another group of people to hang around with. Or maybe potentially you're overcommitting yourself and you're not actually serving yourself. So you're not getting that enjoyment yourself. Whether it's a project that you're working on, or you're coaching your son's soccer team, and that's not actually serving you at all, and you don't find that you've got the time to actually do that, then it's okay to say no. But if it's actually serving you, it's part of your values, and it's something that you enjoy and it makes you happy, then yeah, go and do it. So focus on yourself first. When we are feeling anxiety and we have got like tense shoulders and neck, and that's generally where we feel it first in our bodies. And we feel full and we just feel like we can't fit anything else in. Focus on yourself and do things that you can do to improve how you're feeling. Don't look at social media. Don't do the mindless scrolling. Think about things that you can do to improve yourself. And for me, once again, in the veggie garden, go out for a walk, think about who you're spending time with, and let go of those beliefs and habits that aren't working for you. Now, if you're not sure what those beliefs and habits are, then get in touch with me. We can do a blockage identifier consultation, and we can work together to identify what's stopping you, and then what are those stories that are stopping you from moving forward and creating that stuck feeling, and then we can actually put a plan in place to improve where you're at. So set those boundaries around you, identify what those beliefs are that you're feeling, get in touch with me if you need any assistance, and I'll catch up with you next week. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye.